What's up everybody, hello and welcome to Not Your Average Meta, an MTG Commander channel dedicated to bringing you decks and commanders you wouldn't normally find in your average meta. This week's video is brought to you by our channel sponsors International MTG on TCG Player, as well as Martin from the Hobby Horse. We've also started a new Discord channel which is free to join, so come hang out with us. Link in the description of this video. On this week's episode of Not Your Average Meta, we're bringing you a special game we filmed a couple weeks ago where we're playing the Baulder's Gate decks we drafted during the D&D 50-year anniversary draft. This week's game features Patrick playing his Gruul commander, Thrakkus the Butcher, Adam returning for his second game in a row playing the pairing of Guild Artisan and Wilson Refined Grizzly, Fallgirl playing his favorite Baulder's Gate pairing of Candlekeep Sage and Lulu Loyal Hollyphant, and Jacob making his first appearance this season playing the artifact-based Jansen Chaos Crafter. Now that we're fighters, let's step into the Thunderdome and see which deck will come out on top. Turn 1, Adam plays a tapped Manor Gate choosing red as it enters. Fog plays a tapped Citadel Gate choosing blue while Jacob plays a Swamp. Patrick plays a forest and then passes his turn to Adam, who plays a mountain for turn before paying 2 and casting his commander Wilson. Fog plays an island for turn and then pays 2 for a tapped marble diamond. Jacob plays his own mountain for turn before paying 2 and casting a mold folk. Patrick plays his own tapped Manor Gate for turn, choosing red. Adam plays a forest for turn and then pays 2 to cast his background Guild Artisan. Adam then starts the beatdown by swinging Wilson over at Fog for 2 commander damage, which has him creating 2 treasure tokens. He then taps his last mana to cast Basilisk Collar before using his 2 treasures in order to equip it to Wilson. Fog plays a command tower for turn and then pays 3 to cast his background Candlekeep Sage. Jacob plays another mountain for turn before paying 3 for a Skullport Merchant, which has him creating a treasure token when it enters play. Patrick plays his own mountain for turn before paying 2 for a Reckless Barbarian. Adam plays a mountain for turn and then goes to combat swinging Wilson over Jacob, this time creating 2 treasure tokens. Jacob then decides not to block, and before damage, Adam pays to flash in a Javelin of Lightning, giving his commander an additional +2/+0. This then has Jacob taking 4 commander damage before Adam gains 4 life. Adam then uses his remaining mana to cast a Monster Manual and passes. Fog plays a Plains for turn and then pays 4 to cast his commander Lulu, which has him drawing a card when she enters play. Jacob draws for turn and misses his land drop before he then pays 3 in order to cast his commander Jansen. Patrick just plays a mountain for turn and passes. Adam draws for turn and then pays 2 to cast a Prismatic Prism, which has him drawing a card when it enters play. Fog plays a second Plains for turn before he then pays 3 and enchants Adam's commander with the Psychic Impetus. He then passes his turn to Jacob, who misses another land drop and then pays 3 for an Inspiring Leader. Patrick plays a forest for turn and then pays 3 in order to also enchant Adam's commander with the Shiny Impetus. On his end step, Adam pays 2 and uses the Monster Manual to put an Ancient Bronze Dragon into play from his hand. Adam then draws for turn before paying 3 for a Corrosion of Chaos, targeting 3 of Jacob's creatures. He then goes to combat swinging his Ancient Bronze Dragon over at Patrick while he swings his commander over at Jacob. Jacob then responds by sacking an artifact to create some tokens to block with, while Patrick creates a treasure token and Fog scries 2 cards, keeping them on top of his library. This still has Jacob taking some damage, going down to 30 life while he goes to 10 commander damage, and Patrick goes down to 29. Adam then goes to 56 life before he rolls a random d20 off his Ancient Bronze Dragon, hitting a 5. He then chooses to put 10 counters on his commander while he puts the other 5 on his dragon. Fog plays an island for turn before then paying 3 to enchant the Ancient Bronze Dragon with a Martial Impetus. He then pays an additional 2 to cast Rescue the Fowl. This then has him flickering his commander and has him drawing 2 cards because of his background. Once when she leaves the battlefield and then another one when she enters. Jacob draws and misses another land drop before tapping out in order to cast Beckoning Will-O-Wisp. He's then forced to go to combat with his goated creature, swinging 2 of them over at Patrick while he swings the other one over at Fog. Patrick and Fog both decide not to block and just take their damage while Jacob gains 2 life, going up to 32. Patrick plays another mountain for a turn before paying 4 for a Blood Boil Sorcerer, which has him gaining the initiative when it enters play. This then has him going to search for a land from his library to put in his hand before he then shuffles. After this, Patrick then pays in order to cast an Avenging Hunter, which has him going into the next level of the dungeon when it enters play. He then scries 3 cards to the bottom of his library before passing his turn. Adam plays a mountain for a turn before paying to cast and explore the Underdark. This then gives Adam the initiative and he goes into the first part of the dungeon. This then has him going into his library to get a land to put into his hand, while he also searches his library for 2 gate cards that he puts into play tapped before shuffling. Adam then goes to combat swinging the Bronze Dragon over at Patrick and his commander over at Jacob. This then has Patrick scooping the game up to Adam, knowing there's no way he can stop him from winning, while Jacob gets taken out by commander damage. Fog then scries 2 cards, keeping 1 card on top of his library before he draws for turn and plays the Plains. Fog then knows there's no way he can stop Adam from winning the game, so he scoops the game up to Adam. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in order to see more games and decks you wouldn't normally see in your average meta.